Hi everybody, my name is Christopher. For my LinkedIn Learning assignment, I completed the course Be a Better Manager by Motivating Your Team. This course was full of practical and insightful ideas, and it has 5 or 6 different professionals giving insights in different areas. And so I'm going to share some of those and some of the impactful lessons that I learned that have helped me grow in my role as the Rock and Outdoor Adventure Manager at CSU Long Beach. One concept that really stuck with me was David Stern's idea to sweat the small stuff, which seems kind of like the opposite of what you normally think. But at the rock wall that I manage, every detail really matters, from our cleanliness to how we greet staff members as they come to the climbing wall. This is always a great reminder to have high standards and that those high standards aren't just about safety or service, they actually help shape our brand and reputation on campus. And so it's made me more intentional about recognizing those small teams that my team does and trying to address the details that need improvement. Another idea was from Stern. His concept is episodic micromanagement. And this is the idea that it's okay to zoom in on specific tasks occasionally and show you care and offer support. So one way that I want to implement that strategy is to actually shadow a student, maybe once a week for like 10 minutes just to observe and give feedback. And in contrast to that, there was actually Lisa Bodell, and she had an idea of empowerment rules. And so it's actually encouraging um, to kind of rethink that idea. And so I have student managers, and the idea is to give student managers more autonomy. So the challenge is to give 2 autonomous decisions per week for those student managers, and then they come back and they'll share them at a staff meeting. And so this is supposed to help build their confidence, accountability, and then like a sense of ownership to what they're asked to do. Continuing on, Carson Tate had a segment about productivity styles, and it really helped with communication and being more effective with that and trying to better understand my employees' individual needs. Because some students want step-by-step instructions, others want just like the big picture, and she suggests trying to frame messages around the what, how, who, and why. And so this really helps reach all those thinking styles. And another technique was actually from Daniel Pink, and this is a more of a motivational interviewing strategy. And so you'll ask someone, rate your performance level. And if they say they're a 4 out of 10, and then you say, well, why wasn't it a 2? Or why wasn't it a 3? And then they give you an answer describing kind of where they're at personally. And so that helps you find their performance foundation and then helps you build upon that. Linda Hill had a lesson on cultural leadership, and it really helps reflect on the environment that is cultivated for staff. And so, even though my staff are pretty short term as students, I realize that shaping that positive team culture is still really important. And so, we're working on creating like a team charter, and it outlines how we work, communicate, celebrate successes, and it also helped learn or relearn the importance of versatility. And so just knowing when to act solo or when to collaborate or make it a group project. And so this is helping make more space for group problem solving and focusing on sharing that why behind our what. So in conclusion, the course really made me more thoughtful and focus more on being a motivating leader, to sweat small stuff, building team culture, and picking up on some practical tools was really helpful. So yeah, I recommend checking out Being a Better Manager by Motivating Your Team if you manage any team. And thank you for listening.